Hey, it's Miss Baker. I was going to read the story. I can tell time at school, telling time by the half hour. So that way you can keep practicing your telling time while you're at home. And so this is a nonfiction book. So they're going to give you facts about telling time. And then when I get finished reading and you get finished listening, make sure you go take an AR test on the book. Okay. All right. So at school, telling time by the half hour. And it does have a table of contents. That's how you know it's also nonfiction. Telling time. Tomorrow is the first day of the new school year. I am so excited. Let's see if we can tell time. We do not want to be late for school. We also want to know when it is time for recess and time for lunch. Hours and minutes. The little hand on a clock or a watch is called the hour hand. On this watch, the hour hand is pointing at the 3. The big hand is called the minute hand. Here, the minute hand is pointing at the 12. The time on this watch is exactly 3 o'clock. Little hand's pointing to the 3, and the big hand's pointing to the 12, so 3 o'clock. Can you tell me the time on these clocks? On the clock to the right, over here, the little hand is pointing at the 10. The big hand is pointing at the 12. What time is it? 10 o'clock. On the clock to the left, where is the little hand pointing? Where is the big hand pointing? What time is it? What time is it? It is 8 o'clock. Each hour of the day, 60 minutes. Half past. Not all lessons at school start at an exact hour. Let's learn what time it is when the big hand is pointing at the 6. 10:30. Look at the big hand on this watch. It is pointing at the 6. Now look at the little hand. It has moved past the 10. It is halfway between 10 and 11. The time on this watch is 10:30. We say half past because the big hand has moved halfway around the face of the clock. 5:30. On this clock, the little hand has moved past the 5. It is halfway between 5 and 6. The big hand is pointing at the 6, tells us the time is 5:30. So it's like saying 5:30. Digital clocks. Digital clocks do not have hands. Instead, two numbers of time. The first number shows the hour, right here, the 7. The second number shows the number of minutes past the hour. So right here, it shows you 30. When a digital clock shows 30 minutes past the hour, the time is half past. On this digital watch, the time is 7:30. Instead of 7:30, we can also say 7:30. This is 7:30. My day at school. Monday is finally here. I can't wait to get to school and see all my friends again. Time to get up. 7 o'clock. The alarm clock rings at 7 o'clock in the morning. I get up right away. First, I eat breakfast. I'm having fresh fruit and juice. I love to eat fruit. So it says 7 o'clock. Getting ready for school, 7:30. So it says 7:30. After breakfast, I brush my teeth. Then I get dressed. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Mom walks with me to the bus stop. On the way, we meet my friend Emma. Hurry, Emma. I see the school bus coming. And it shows you that they're going to the bus. What time do you leave for school in the morning? My morning lesson. When we get to school, Emma and I go to our classroom. Our teacher is there waiting for us. Time to learn. 9 o'clock. Little hands pointing to the 9, long hands pointing to the 12. When the bell rings at 9 o'clock, we are all sitting at our desk. Our teacher calls our names to see who is here. Then it is time to start our lessons. Math is our first lesson today. We are learning how to add and subtract numbers. Computer math at 10 o'clock. We get to practice our math on the computer for 30 minutes. So it says 10 o'clock. Playtime, 10:30. Hooray! It's time for recess. The sun is shining. We can play outside today. And it says 10:30. How long is recess time at your school? Science and lunch. Recess lasts for half an hour. Now it is time for our science lesson. Creeper crawlers, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Our teacher tells us all about small creatures that live outdoors. Spiders have 8 legs. Ladybugs have 6 legs. Worms have no legs at all. Outdoor science, 11:30. So it says 11:30. Half an hour later, we go outside to look for spiders, insects, and worms. I find a huge black spider. My teacher puts it in a jar so we can look at it closely. Then we let it go. Wash our hands when we come back inside. It is time for lunch. Pasta surprise. 12 o'clock. It says 12 o'clock. Both hands are pointing to the 12. Emma and I eat spaghetti for lunch. It reminds us of the worms we saw outside. Yuck. What time do you eat lunch at school? Afternoon lessons. After lunch, we are ready for more lessons. This afternoon, we have English and art. Reading and writing, 1 o'clock. Little hands pointing to the 1, long hands pointing to the 12. For our reading today, we go to the school library. I can choose any book I want to read. I pick a book about planets. Next, we all write a story. Our teacher says to give the story a surprise ending. I write about a trip to the planet Mars. Art class, 2 o'clock. Little hands pointing to the 2, long hands pointing to the 12. It is painting day in art class. I paint a picture of me and my dad at the park. What is your favorite class at school? The school day ends. School is almost over. For the last half hour of the day, we have a spelling lesson. Time to spell, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Our teacher put some new spelling words on the blackboard. I practiced them with my friend Joanna. And the words say family, vacation, train, ocean, castle, laugh, straw, and knock. Time to go home, 3:30. It says 3:30. School is over now. My dad is waiting outside to take me home. He has been shopping. I wonder if he has a surprise for me. Game time, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. My dad bought me a badminton set. We have time to play a few games before dinner. What time does your school day end? Time at home. Mom gets home from work at 5 o'clock. I show her my new badminton set. I also tell her about the big black spider I found at school. Dinner time, 5:30. It says 5:30. While Mom makes dinner, I do my homework. At dinner, we make plans for next weekend. We are going camping. Story time, 6 o'clock. Little hands pointing to the 6, the long hands pointing to the 12. After dinner, I read a book to my little sister. I am helping her learn the alphabet. Then I take a bath and get ready for bed. Bedtime, 7:30. So 7:30. I had a great day at school. Now I am very tired. What time do you go to bed? Time facts. Clocks and watches measure time. Here are some special kinds of clocks and watches. How many of them have you seen before? This is an hourglass. An hourglass uses sand to measure time. The sand takes a certain amount of time to flow from the top of the hourglass to the bottom. This is a sundial. A sundial has a face like a clock. As the sun moves across the sky, a flat pointer in the center of the sundial makes a shadow. The shadow points to the time as it moves around the sundial. This is a pocket watch. This kind of watch got its name from its size. It is small enough to fit into a pocket. The first pocket watch was made about 400 years ago. Grandfather clock. This tall clock has a long pendulum that swings from side to side at a steady pace. The swinging pendulum turns gears inside the clock. The gears move the clock's hands. There's the pendulum. What other types of clocks have you seen? Okay. And at the end, there is a glossary. And remember, a glossary is sort of like a dictionary where it has the word and then gives you the definition for the word, what the word means. And inside of the glossary, it has these words: afternoon, day, half an hour, half past, hour, minute, morning, o'clock, pendulum, week, and weekend. Okay, I hope you found out a lot of information about telling time to the half hour. I miss everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.